finally here, let's review the new Scramble Harness from Twiggy Tags. And if you're new here, my name's Amy. I run Track and Trail Canine Outfitters, an independent dog shop based in Dumfries in southwest Scotland. I specialise in gear that's safe and comfortable for dogs, and I offer harness fitting in the shop here as a service. Finding the right harness for your dog online can be an absolute minefield. It's really, really difficult, and I don't envy you. And I know not everybody can get to the shop, so hopefully these videos are here to help you figure out what kind of harnesses do what, and figure out which one you think might be best for your dog. This is a review video, so all I'm going to do in this video is tell you all about this harness, all about the features, the materials that it's made of, how strong it is, the types of dogs this is really going to suit, and things that you might find this harness really helpful for. Let's start with features. So this, as you can see, is a 3-strap harness. We've got one that goes around the neck, one that goes around the barrel of the chest, and then one that goes around a little bit further back, almost around the waist. It has 6 points of adjustment, so we've got 2 on the neck here, 2 on this strap, and then 2 on this strap. It does have a neck clip as well, so this harness does not need to go on over your dog's head. You can open it up entirely, put it on around the neck, fasten it up, and then do up the sides. The neck clip is on an aluminium slip like this. And on either side here, we've got some really nice, really good quality side release buckles. These are actually very, very strong, but they're really easy to use as well. Going into minute details with these side clips, what I really like is that the edges are rounded, which means that they're a lot less brittle. They're a lot less prone to breakage than the sharp-edged ones. There's no sharp corners. It has 3 points of lead attachment, and they are all on metal D-rings. So you've got one on the chest here, one on the middle of the back, and one right on the back. This harness also has a lift and assist handle. Now, you can use this as a grab handle as well. There's nothing to stop you doing that. But what this handle is actually designed for is for being able to pick up your dog. We've got reflective trim on the top here as well, here, here, and here. You'll also find the reflective trim on the chest here and on the keepers on the fabric here. Now let's talk about the materials that Twiggy Tags use here. They always use really, really good quality stuff. The outer is made of a water repellent fabric, not waterproof. This will soak through eventually, but it has got a really tough abrasion resistant fabric on the outside. And a lovely detail that I really like is that the webbing is the same pattern as the material of the harness. And our side release buckles here are colour coded to match. This harness is not massively padded. It's actually quite a lightweight harness. It's not as light and as thin as the Roughwear Flagline. It has got a little bit more padding than that. It's really not a heavyweight harness at all. In fact, I really, really like this. I find on my own dog that the adventure harness is a little bit too bulky. This solves that problem entirely. It still gives me the padding and the comfort without any of the bulk. And this has molded to the shape of my dog so quickly and so nicely. You've also got a very smooth, close-knit fabric on the liner here as well. When I say close-knit fabric, you'll find a lot of harnesses have quite a big open mesh on the underside. Those open meshes hold on to things like dirt and dander and grit and loose hairs, and they can ball up and cause rubbing under the harness. So that will not happen with this kind of a liner. So it's softer, more comfortable, and less abrasive on your dog's coat. You've also got somewhere on the inside where you can put your phone number as well. So if your dog goes walkies without you, or maybe they've lost their ID tag, at least you've got a backup on the inside. It's a nice detail. Let's talk about the strength of this harness, because this is one thing that I think Twiggy Tags do particularly well. All of their products are independently strength tested. This one is no exception to the rule. The strength testing results for this harness in particular are pretty damn impressive. Every single size of this harness, they have tested over 200 kilos of force. So your dog is going to have a real job to try and break this one. Now let's look at the shape and the design, because one thing that I really, really love about the design of this harness is the shape of the top here where it sits over the top of your dog's shoulder blades. If you scroll back a couple of videos on my page here, you'll see a couple of videos of my dog wearing this harness. It's a 16-kilo Cocker Spaniel. He's about 7 years old. This fits him really nicely. This, where it's been cut out nicely on the shoulder and how it curves at the base of the neck, makes it sit beautifully at the base of the dog's neck between the shoulder blades, giving them an enormous range of movement in their shoulder. There's absolutely zero restriction with this harness. Obviously, you'd need to make sure that it's fitted correctly. But once you've got it adjusted and fitted, it's really, really lovely. Really comfortable piece of kit. Because it's a 3-strap harness and we have this long chest and belly panel here, it gives us loads more clearance behind the elbows and behind the armpits here than we would get with most 2-strap harnesses. If you want loads of elbow clearance, then a 3-strap harness could be a great shout for you. We've got a couple of really thoughtful design features on here as well, and one of them is the angle that these straps sit at. So rather than stitching them in to come down dead straight, they've stitched them in to sit slightly back like this so that it provides that much more space in the dog's armpits and their rib cage. What that also does is it helps to prevent the harness from sliding forwards. They've obviously put an awful lot of thought and design time into this, and it really shows. So what type of dogs is this harness going to suit? I can't wait to start fitting this on dogs in the shop, but the dogs that I've had it on already and the dogs that I've seen it on, it's very, very versatile. I'd hazard a guess that this is going to be as versatile as the Rough Wear Flagline, which is one of my all-time favourites. The depth of the chest panel and the length of the belly piece here is going to make it really, really good for narrow, deep-chested dogs. You know those dogs where you just can't find a harness that fits them properly? This kind of harness might really surprise you. The extra length in the chest here and the high adjustability means that we can kind of adjust it and mould it to suit most shapes of dog. There will always be an exception to the rule, but generally speaking, this shape of harness is going to fit an enormous range of dogs. This could be really good for things like sighthounds, greyhounds, whippets, HPRs, pointers, Vizslers, setters. It's also really good for just your kind of average shaped dog as well. This is a 3-strap, so that means it's also excellent for Houdini dogs. So if you've got a dog who likes to back out of their harness or a dog who escapes their harness quite a lot, whack them in one of these, get them in a 3-strap harness. Another thing that 3-strap harnesses give you is a load more stability. So personally, I find a 3-strap harness, when it's adjusted correctly, moves around an awful lot less. Great if you have your dog on a long line or you're doing long line training, and also great if you use the front clip. So when you're using your front clip on your harness and you've got a double-ended lead, every time you make an adjustment on that front clip, your whole harness sometimes can just twist all the way around. This back strap here on the narrower part of the dog, again, acts as like a brake or an anchor, and it stops the harness from moving around quite so much. So it's going to give you a lot more stability, a lot less friction, and a lot less twisting. That's quite a lot of information, but I'd rather give you too much than not enough. So that is it, the Twiggy Tags Scramble Harness. Do you know what? We didn't even mention the pattern. So this pattern here is called Ridge. Let me give you a little close-up of that. It's really, really beautiful. I'm a little bit biased because I really love orange and green, and a lot of Max's dog gear is orange and green. So this is kind of like a multicoloured camo, but in nice muted colours. It's really tasteful and it's really nice, and it looks great on loads of different coloured dogs. Have, of course, got all of the matching collars and leads, seat belts, Isofix seat belts, the whole lot to go with this harness too. So there you have it. That is my review of the Twiggy Tags Scramble Harness, and hopefully as much information as you could possibly need. But if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments. And if you want to go and have a look at these, we have got them in stock now. We've got a beautiful online shop. The link to that is in our bio. And if you want some help finding the right size or finding the right harness for your dog and you're not sure that this might be it, we do have a remote harness help service which you can use as well. You'll find that on our harnesses page. If you think you've already made up your mind, we've got these in stock right now.